What's up, Internet? Welcome back to the weekend adventure in video game hunting. I've actually already been out. This is going to be an awesome Sunday at the flea markets, so enjoy! Do you have any other games? Morning. How's it going? Got the same plates we do. Where'd you go? System. It's not bad. Do you have any other video games or just the Sega Genesis stuff?
Right now, I haven't even done that, so I'm not sure where you get to it.
Okay. Did you take 8 for both of these? How much are the games?
Which one?
Well, are they different prices?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'll do all the rest ones for 20. That's $20.
Atari Video Cube.
That's 7. These two are probably 5.
These two?
Yeah.
And how much for the Game Boy?
15. And I'll give you the games too.
The other way around. So it was 5, 5, and 7?
Yep.
Did you do 15 for all three? How much are the games? And how much for the system?
This unit here?
Yeah.
Probably 20.
$3 for one of the games?
3?
Yeah. Well, $5 is a good place to start, because it gives both sides some wiggle room if you do it right. Like, I figured I was gonna end up paying $4 for it. He took $3, that's fine. It's weird that there's so many N64 games out here today. But I have a feeling people are gonna be blowing me up in the comments below, but, well, for not getting the N64. But I have 2 that have just sat there. I don't need another one right now. And I know it had an expansion pack, but whatever. I don't want to have to go to the ATM again just to go to another flea market. Like, that just doesn't make sense for me today. How much? 5? Take 10 for all 3? 12? You have change for 20? How much for the PlayStation 2? Yeah. Got. So I'm like, why do I have so little money? This doesn't make any sense to me. How much are the games? It says, look what Blockbuster did to this. Blockbuster fucked this thing all the way up. Sunday. It was an interesting one. Went to our local gold mine of a flea market that's only here for a few months of the year, and had my first, I don't even know what I call it, like a desperation pickup, where it's just like the first thing you find, you kind of just pull the trigger on because who knows if there'll be anything else. And that was WrestleMania 2000 for the N64, and that was just $1. Wasn't gonna try and haggle for less than that. I don't really deal with change for the most part. Once we got into the main part of the flea market, I picked up 2 Sega Genesis games for $8 total. First one, Sonic and Knuckles. Haggled her down from $5 each. And Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which I'm going to be keeping for myself. It's complete, nice condition. Even has the codes for the different levels in there, so thanks previous owner. And also included in there was a random Sonic the Hedgehog manual for the original game. A lot of Nintendo 64 games at this flea market today. So once we were into the main bit of the flea market, we came across a table that had quite a few Nintendo 64 games. Had 4 different N64 wrestling games, which I'm not really into. I'm not really into collecting for the N64 that much, to be honest. But I decided to pick up these. He had some weird prices on them. The first one he had priced at $7. That was Pokemon Snap. I got all these for $15, so $5 each with a bundle deal. The labels on these are a little jacked up, but clean them up and they should play perfectly fine. Diddy Kong Racing and Banjo-Kazooie with a kind of mediocre, kind of jacked up label. And that was $5 also. Now, it had rained the previous weekend, so this flea market was packed. Because whenever it gets rained out, I feel like a ton of people show up the next week. And it was a beautiful day today. So this entire parking lot, which usually is like a little bit full, was packed with vendors. And one of them in particular had a Nintendo 64 with the expansion pack, a controller that had a loose joystick, and another controller that had a joystick. Wanted $20 for that, but I have 2 Nintendo 64s sitting under my bed that I haven't found a way to get rid of. So I don't really need to add to that problem and spend more money. But I did pick up one of the games, and you might argue that I probably should have picked up more of the games at his booth, because he had Mischief Makers, which is decent, Tetrasphere, which I don't really know anything about. But I did decide to pick up Star Fox 64, and I haggled them down to $3 on that. So at a community sale on this Sunday that we stopped at, I missed out on apparently a complete in-box Sega Genesis, which I have this to say about it. And a few games, and some broken 360s, the guy said. But I did come across a table that had a gigantic stack of original Xbox games, and they didn't know a price on them, and they eventually decided just like, $1 each, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games for $10 total. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not keeping any of these, and I'll probably just sell them at my garage sale for either the same price or like $2 each or something, but some decent titles in here at least. You got Shadow the Hedgehog, which I guess is not actually a decent title, it's kind of shitty. Rayman Arena, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which I actually just got in the last video, but for the PlayStation 2. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Sonic Riders in a generic rental case. Wolverine's Revenge. Medal of Honor Frontline. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Mech Assault. I believe 1, but everything is covered up so I can't tell. NFL Street Volume 2, which is actually a game I might not mind picking up on the PlayStation 2. I've watched one of my favorite YouTubers do some gameplay on it recently, and I think I missed out on skipping like the NBA Street and NFL Street titles. Those look like they're a lot of fun. Also got Dance Dance Revolution Ultra Mix 2, which is an Xbox exclusive, I guess. And Dinotopia, the Sunstone Odyssey, which looks like a very, very weird title. So that was a pickup. So we went over to our usual flea market, and there was the usual suspects there, and then there was something strange. And I don't really know how I feel about this. Let me know in the comments below what you would have done. Came across a booth that had some random games, and then I actually barely noticed these at the booth. 3 sealed copies of Mario Kart 7. And I understand these were on sale months ago at Target for like $15 each. But I'm not really sure why this vendor would have 3 sealed copies and be willing to part with them for $5 each. Like, let me know in the comments below what you think about that. I'm actually going to be opening one of these up and keeping it for myself and using the other two to get money for too many games and more collecting for the most part. So sound off in the comments below what you would have done. Would you have picked up all three? I'm pretty sure most of you would have. It's just a great deal. Even if they were open, that would have been amazing. So let me know what you were able to find this weekend. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends, and as always, keep it real, Internet.